right now, I'm out here at my, one of my secret spots. It's a nature preserve. Like, beyond this fence right here that you see in front of you, there's I think there's elk down there. It's like special kind of elk. It's not like just that everyday average that you see every day around. It's like kind of like a zoo over here. So behind this fence right here, I mean, they not in view, but there's like elk and stuff down there. But I love the way the sky looks right now. That sky looks so beautiful. I don't know if the video is really doing it justice. And there's like a mist, like a fog that's going on right now. Like we standing right now inside of a cloud. It's very early in the morning where I live. This is like one of my morning rituals. This is one of my places that I like to come. Usually, you know what I'm saying? I come out here, you see, barefoot. I'm out here. You see, no glasses on right now, cause I was trying to take in the view. But yeah, I'm out here, just enjoying nature, enjoying, this is what I do. I sit down, I meditate for a while out here, and just take in all this beauty, all this beauty, all this beauty that's God. I love it. This is my element right here. This is what I do. This is how I channel the 8 face, to speak to y'all on the videos and all that. You dig? I mean, real talk, 8 face is actually just really me. But I channel that wisdom, that knowledge by coming out to places like this and enjoying God's beauty. The sun is about to come up over the horizon. So I'm gonna try to capture that. You know what I'm saying? It might be a little boring until that happens. You know what I mean? But if you just gonna watch, you watch. Just enjoy the scenery, the atmosphere with me. You know what I'm saying? Taking the morning with me. You dig? Yo, I usually work a second shift. And I get home late. I get home about midnight on most nights. And yo, my job is filthy. Filthy, filthy. I'm in the bathroom in the shower for at least a good half hour. You know what I'm saying? So I don't get to bed. I don't get to bed sometimes well after 1 o'clock on the usual night. And I get up very early in the morning usually so I could come out and do this and capture this. This is my way on how I worship. This is how I worship. You know what I mean? This is how I talk to God. This is my ritual. This is my morning routine. Some people wake up in the morning, get on their knees and pray. That's good. I don't knock that at all. You dig? But this is how I get on my knees. This is where I come to. One of the places, not every time here, but I got many places that I like to frequent. Just for this type of this type of environment, this type of energy that I'm trying to produce for my day. You dig? This is how I start my days. And yo, my days ain't full of spirituality and God and bliss and rainbows and sunshine. No, not at all. I live an everyday life just like y'all. I go to work. I work at a job that I don't even really dig like that. And that's true story. And hopefully, hopefully I change my energy enough through rituals like this. I change my energy enough that I won't have to do that for too much longer. Like I could change my energy enough that I could actually eventually live the life that I'm trying to live. And I make my sacrifices to do that. And this is one of them, you know? Like sleep is important, I dig it. And I get my rest when I need to. But if I could just catch 4 or 5 hours and be about my day and be able to do these type of things. You know what I'm saying? Some people hitting the snooze button, laying in bed right now. Right now. You know? Me, and I don't knock nobody. You know, how you want to live your life is how you want to live your life. I just see other things for me and mine. You know? Cause I'm tired. I'm tired of living in a certain type of way. And it's like the last video I made about, you know, a guy in Free City. I'm tired of living in Free City, man. I'm trying to put my sunglasses on. And this is how I put my sunglasses on. This is the view that I see with my sunglasses, right? And I'm trying to have my world look like this. Like one day, walk out my backyard. I had to travel about 40 minutes to get here. Understand that. Yo, I'll get home late. I wake up early. And then I travel far to be able to experience this. So my energy could be good for the day. Right now I'm just trying to you know, pretty much stall for the sunset. I mean, for the sunrise. I just want to share that with y'all. I hope y'all don't mind. This ain't a regular, you know, wisdom filled 8-face video. This is just a, you know, take a look at my life and share something with me type of video, you dig? You know, cause I love y'all. I love y'all. And for those of y'all who can't be up for this, for the sunrise, for those of y'all who can't make it to places where y'all could experience this, well, I'm gonna bring it to you. All right, this is my present to y'all, cause I love y'all. God is beautiful. Believe that. This is all God, all of it. It's all God, right? Jesus said it. I'm in the Father, and the Father's in me, right? We are in the Father. We exist within God. Within, inside of God, we exist. And this is God in all her majesty. This is God. It's beautiful. And when you take it in with that realization sometimes, it's just awe-inspiring. That you can look around and see God everywhere you look. And not and to know that what you're looking at is not even just, it's not even the tip of the iceberg when it comes to God's beauty and majesty and grace and just, I don't know, just all out awesomeness. And and I hate to sound like that religious fanatic, right? That religious freak or whatever, because I'm not really that type of person on a regular. Like, I'm not, and I'm not saying I'm not this type of person where I'll give God praise. No, I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is I'm not that religious type of person, that stereotypical type of, you know, Bible type of thumping person. And I'm not trying to knock nobody for being that neither. I'm just trying to let y'all know that ain't my personality, yet still I have respect and an admiration for what's great, and God is the greatest. You know what I'm saying? I have a respect and admiration for beauty, and God is the most beautiful. You know what I mean? This is it. This is it. Like, this is God. And I feel like this any second, any minute now, the sun should come up over this horizon. You know? For me, it's a very beautiful thing. For y'all, some of y'all might even see that, you know, experience this with me and be like, that was nothing. Or, whatever, meh, right? That's how we say. But for me, this is beautiful. It's gorgeous. It's a glorious thing when you out here in the morning and the first rays of the sun coming out is 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 hitting your skin. It's a certain energy with that. And I know a lot of people don't appreciate that type of stuff. But I'm telling you, there's a certain energy. I feel like it's getting brighter right now. Like that sun. Yeah, there's a certain energy when you experience the first rays of sunlight. When I came out this morning, it was still dark, like literally dark. There was still stars in the sky when I came out here. You know what I'm saying? Excuse me. These are things that I do. And I'm not telling y'all in a braggadocious way, right? I'm not telling y'all like, oh, look how great I am. Look at my life and how humble and godly and righteous I am. Nope. I'm telling y'all, I'm showing y'all like the steps I'm taking. You know what I'm saying? Trust, right? I used to be one of those dudes. I'll pop some E-pills, whatever, stay up all night to the next morning, right? And won't even wake up till it get dark outside. And that's when my morning would start. That's when my day would start. When it get dark outside, right? And I'm out there, you know, I'll take my shower, get dressed, go out there, you know what I'm saying? And to go do it again. That was what my days were. And I'm sure a lot of people out there still live like that, right? And like I always be saying, I ain't knocking nobody, right? But sooner or later, that stuff do get old. I promise you, you can't live that way for the rest of your life. You know what I mean? It gets old. It gets old. Even if it's good now, right? You can't keep having a good thing over and over and over and not get tired of it. I mean, just certain things and things like that, like drugs and just living that lifestyle that just a toxic, you know, just you can't just keep doing it. I promise you, it's fun and games right now. It's fun and games. Just wait and see, right? And one day you're gonna end up like me. You're gonna wake your butt up, your old butt up early in the morning to come out and see a sunrise. I live in the city, and I'm originally from Brooklyn, and where I live now is nothing like where I'm from, but it's still a city nonetheless, and you cannot get this type of stuff where I'm living right now. You know, I have to travel to get this energy, this atmosphere. I have to travel. You know what I'm saying? So for me to get here early enough, I gotta get up early enough to travel to get here in time to see things like this. It's a certain dedication. It's a certain type of discipline. You know what I'm saying? This ain't the greatest thing ever, but it's a discipline for me. It's a discipline. If I could do this, if I could wake up tired, get my butt up, you know what I'm saying? Throw some water on my face, bust my gums, you know what I mean? Come out here and do this. Or before I do anything else. I don't eat. I don't do nothing else. You know what I'm saying? This is pretty much like the first thing that I do. And I have to travel. You know, it takes time. It's an effort. It's an effort for me to go and be able to do this. And I do it. And I try to do it faithfully, ritually. You know what I mean? It's developing habits within myself. Like I speak on my other videos, right? It's developing habits within myself where I'm trying to be better. Now, these actual things that I'm doing, are they going to make me better? No, I'm not saying that they will. I'm not actually even saying that they won't, right? I'm saying that the habits that I'm setting forth for myself, you know what I'm saying? It's not habits, bad habits like smoking cigarettes or, you know, like just, you know, promiscuous sex and things like that, you know what I mean? My habits that I'm setting forth is positive. Look at this. My whole intent to come out here is to experience a positive energy. That's my intent. And I trust and believe that just with that intent alone and me coming out and doing this, I will experience some type of positivity that I'm looking for. I definitely will. And what I'm saying to y'all is y'all ain't got to do this stuff. Y'all ain't got to do what I'm doing. But figure something out. Get your own ritual. Get your own routine. You know? Do your own thing. Find your way. Find your way to talk to God. Find your way to experience God. Find your way to hear God. You know, that's what it's about. And I promise you, you will not be disappointed. Your quality, this is what I said in my last video too, right? Right now, I'm not rich. I'm not by far. Yo, I live paycheck to paycheck just like everybody else, right? Right now, I can be honest with y'all, I make more money than I made before. So I'm living paycheck to paycheck with more things, right? But I'm still living paycheck to paycheck. I still get stressed out over money. I still sometimes wonder how I'm gonna pay my bills, right? I'm still in that same boat that I always been in, right? But at the same time, the way I'm experiencing that, the way I experience that ride in that boat right now is not as shaky. I'm not like throwing up over the side of the, you know, over the side of the boat, you know what I'm saying, and whatnot right now. You know, I'm taking the ride more smoothly, you know what I mean? The storm is still out there. When the storm comes, I just dip off into the little cabin or whatever and just wait it out. You know what I'm saying? This is how I do my life now. And it's due to me that having that type of attitude and that type of you know, just like a positive vibe and stuff like that don't come easy, man. It come with things like this. It come through sacrifices. What type of sacrifices you willing to make to improve your quality of life? Whatever that may be, do it. Do it. Stop procrastinating. Stop sitting on your butt. You know what I'm saying? And get up and do it. Or just deal with what you got and be happy about it, because this is what you made. You the creator, right? You the creator of your own life, your own destiny, and all that. So at the end of the day, whatever you experiencing is because you created that. So sit back and be happy, at least that you get to experience something you created. Whether you like it or not, you created it. So at least take pride in that fact. You know what I'm saying? You created that type of environment and energy around yourself. And I'm not saying you God, like in the sense of creator like God, right? Because you not. You not. None of us are. You know what I mean? What I'm saying is you the creator of the way you feel, right? You have full control over that. You have full control over certain things in your environment. Like for real, we ain't always privileged to get things that we want. But we always have the privilege to feel how we want about whatever's happening. Can't let nobody take that from you. And I feel like a lot of times people try to do that. People tell us, society tells us how we should feel in certain situations, and they shame us for not feeling that way when we don't. You know what I mean? It's like brainwash. So what I'm saying is, feel how you want to feel when you want to feel it, for however you want to feel it, right? Because it's your feelings. You the one feeling them. Nobody else could feel what you feel your feelings for you. Just like the saying goes, nobody could taste the fire for you. Nobody could touch, feel that hellfire for you, right? That's exactly the same concept. Exactly the same concept. Nobody's gonna feel that fire for you. So in the end, you don't have to feel the fire if you don't want to. Somebody can't tell you to feel that fire. But yeah, listen, I'm just rambling. Like I said, I'm stalling out, waiting for this sunrise. It should happen very soon, because I see the sky getting brighter. Like I said, this is corny. Y'all, probably nobody's still tuning in, and that's cool, right? That's cool, because I still make the video. It don't even matter. Like I said before in a lot of other videos, like this is as much for me as it is for anybody else. I love these type of things. So I'm keep talking, just filling the space, filling the air. That's what I do best, you know what I mean? I don't subscribe too much to the horoscope thing, right? But I'm a Gemini, so I like to talk, you know what I mean? I like to talk, and I like to, I don't know, I like to communicate. I love y'all. I love God, you know what I'm saying? And I feel like all of us, in a combination, right? Yeah, let me get into it for a second. Just to fill the air, but let me speak about something. So, I know I talk a lot about how we exist in God and God exists within us and stuff like that. And a lot of people can misconstrue that, right? Like I'm saying that I'm God or whatever. And no, I'm not saying that, right? Because like I don't see myself as being God in that way, with like in God's majesty, right? But let's just say for example that God is like a human body. Let's just say that for a minute. God is a human body, right? And each one of us is like a cell in that body. So by ourselves, we're not God. We're a piece of God. We exist within God. But collectively together, we make God. We are God collectively. Only together is that majesty, that power, evident. You know what I'm saying? But singularly, we don't even stand up, to that type of power, right? And that's what I mean. It's in a way where it's like a hand, right? Like, you see my hand. My hand, what part of my hand can you point to? Like, what specific part of my hand can y'all point to, right? And say that's the hand. Like right here, no, that's my palm, right? This is my finger, my thumb. I got fingernails, and I gotta cut those fingernails, right? And there's hair and skin and all type of stuff, right? But what part is specifically the hand? You can't really say, because all collectively together, all those things make the hand. Not one specific part is the hand. And that's how it is with us, right? Not one specific one of us is God, but collectively we make up God. Even then, we still not fully what God is, because God is way bigger than anything you could ever conceive in your mind. You know what I'm saying? Because your mind is only limited to what we know, right? What we see and what we experience. That's all we know. So that's all we could think of. We can't think of nothing else that we don't know. And God is beyond what we know. God is beyond anything we've ever experienced and seen and heard and tasted and touched and, whatever, right? God is beyond that. Like way bigger than that. Like we actually experience God right now every day when we walk through life. I breathe the air. I'm experiencing God. I hear the sounds of nature and all that, and people talking and all that. I'm hearing God, but it's still not. It's a piece of God. It's like an echo of God. I'm not hearing God, the whole thing, like the whole majesty of what God is. I'm not hearing that. And that's pretty much, my point is, it's like a lot of times certain religions will be like, this is the way, this is the only way. When those religions do that, they limiting God to just that. And God is way bigger, way beyond just whatever we could limit God to. You can't put God in a box. You can't. There's no box that's big enough. The box exists inside of God. So there's no way you could put God in it, because the box is in God. You know what I'm saying? It's nothing. It is nothing that could contain God. Your religion, your mind, how you perceive him or her or it or whatever, right? That that cannot it cannot be contained. It can like that is too, the way we perceive it is too limited. It's too limited. You know what I'm saying? And it's almost disrespectful for us to try to put God in any box. You know, I got a saying that I say to myself that I truly believe there's only one God. And this has been said many times throughout the ages, through many religions. There's only one God. But I also believe with that same sentence, put a comma in there, and you say that there's only one God. God is the only one. God is only God. There is only God. Everything else is like an attribute of God. Everything. I'm an attribute of God. The air, this sunrise that we about to see, because I kind of see it, it's getting real bright now. That is an attribute of God. Is it God? No. Does it deserve worship? Absolutely not. Right? Because that's like worshiping God's toenail. Right? Like, that's not God. It's a piece of God, but why would you worship his toenail when there's so much more gloriousness and majesty to behold? Why would you limit it to the toenail? Right? That's what we do when we say this one thing is God. You know what I'm saying? That one thing is God, or we give worship. That's idol worship in a way. We worshiping a small piece of what God is. Like, that's not God. But yeah, like I'm sorry, y'all. I'm sorry if I'm rambling. Things that I'm saying might not be making much sense, but I tell you this, what do make sense is this sun is coming up, and it feels like it's coming real quickly. Well, my arms is getting tired on the wheel, but y'all, I definitely see the brightness coming up through those clouds and up over that horizon. It is getting really bright. I don't know if y'all can see that through the camera though. I'm gonna still show you. The gloriousness, the majesty, right? I love it. We out here though. Y'all out here with me, you know what I'm saying? Man, it's been like 28 minutes since I started this video. This has got to be like one of my longest videos. And y'all don't see my ugly 8 face all through it. It's all good though, you know what I mean? It's all good. Yeah, we still waiting. Yeah, but yeah, I don't like and I'm sorry y'all, like, to anybody, I don't mean to offend nobody when I speak the things that I say, right? I'm speaking from my heart, and I'm speaking from that understanding that I so often speak of. I'm speaking from that. These are things that I feel God has shown me through certain revelations and realizations. God has shown me these things. I mean, even my main man, my boy, Jesus, even Jesus had quoted the Bible when he said, "Haven't I said that ye are gods?" Because indeed we are. But we not the God. We not the ultimate. The ultimate is beyond us. See, my interpretation of Father, Son, Holy Spirit is the creator, the creation, and the spirit behind it. The spirit that exists within all of us, that we all share. That's that part of God. That's beyond that that spirit, that life force that's beyond this material. Because this material is almost like it's not real. It's fake. It's like in that movie I was telling you about with the video game. This stuff is not what is real. What's real is beyond this. It's beyond it. This is the fake world that was constructed on top of the real paradise. And what we really trying to get to, if we trying to break through into that paradise, that's what this life is about. That's why we live it. You know what I'm saying? It's to break through to that paradise. And I feel like God loves every one of us like so much y'all don't even understand. Like, yo, when a Muslim say most merciful, absolutely, because I feel like in the end, ain't gonna be no child left behind. We all gonna have that opportunity. God's just gonna keep at it with. Think about this, right? For all those like people who think that there's a last great day and then a bunch of people who's gonna be perish and stuff in that last great day, and only a few is gonna end up reaping the benefits. In a way, that's saying like God failed. Like, God had a mission to save all of us, yet majority didn't get saved. So in a way, it's like a fail. It's like what would you call that if you took a test, right? That would be an F. That would be a failing. You know what I'm saying? 50%, less than 50% wave, that's failing. Less than 60% it was failing when I was in school. 60% was a horrible D. You know what I mean? Think about that. God is less than a D average? Are you kidding me? No, I can't believe that. I cannot believe that. You cannot tell me that God is anything less than 100%. Can't. You can't. You can't. So to tell me that there's gonna be a day where there's gonna be many who's gonna perish, who is not gonna see, the promises that God has laid out because they decided not to, then that's saying that God failed in his mission to convince them. Right? I mean, isn't that really basically what is being said? That God failed in a mission to convince these people? I can't believe that, yo. God is nothing less than 100%. No child left behind. It's not going to be a single one of us that's not going to be saved. So however many times we got to do this cycle or whatever, and yes, I do believe in some aspects of reincarnation. I feel like Jesus himself had even made mention of it when he spoke about how John the Baptist was Elijah's return. Now, how else would John the Baptist be Elijah's return if he wasn't reincarnated? Right? Because we even hear the story of John the Baptist's birth. So it's not like he just dropped out of heaven as John the Baptist. You could say then that Elijah returned, right? From heaven, he came straight from heaven to being, a person on earth. Nope, that's not what happened. John was born. He was reincarnated. Do y'all understand? See, I told y'all before about words, right? Oh, we're going to get into this for a second. I told y'all before about words. In Latin, carne, or even Spanish, carne, what's that? Meat, flesh, right? So when you reincarnate, all right, you're reborn into the flesh again. That is literally what reincarnation is. Like you're flesh again. You reincarnated. So for John the Baptist to be Elijah's return only makes sense in the form of reincarnation. And if Jesus said it, the one who many people worship and say is God, I mean, these are the words right out of God's mouth. It's words right out of God's mouth for y'all. Or even if you don't believe Jesus is God, I hold Jesus in high regard. You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, I believe the things that come out of his mouth, and what he said about, about that, I believe it. I believe it. Now, how you could fit that into your own theology about heaven and hell and all that, y'all figure it out. You know what I'm saying? And I think that's where a lot of those beliefs come from, is that people can't fit reincarnation into that certain theology. And then we go into what Paul said about us living only one life. You know, I'm going to be real with you too, because Paul did say this. We only have one life, right? But how do you know that this life ends when we die, when this flesh dies? He could be right. We only have one life that just keeps going. One life. And after death, we have seek judgment, because after the death of the flesh, we judge how we live that life, and then we go right back into it to try to do it better. I don't know, man. The Bible don't specifically say that reincarnation is not real, and it don't specifically say that it does, that it is, right? So just my interpretation of things is like, in the end, man, we can't definitively say one thing or the other. We can't definitively say that this is right, that's wrong. You got your way of thinking about it, so just think that way, right? It's another thing that I would like to say is, like, for us, look, if you're a follower of Christ and you follow Christ in a way that you believe that's the way, nobody could tell you that's wrong. Even if if the common way that that people follow Christ today, if you feel like that's the way, then do it that way. But hear me out, because whatever you do is between you and God. So follow God the way you feel that you must follow God, right? But in the end, you cannot get on the next person about how they following God. Just let them follow God the way they do it. What they do, how they follow God, shouldn't affect how you follow God, right? It shouldn't affect your steps. And if they do, then you need to find a way to be more strong in your faith and in what you believe, right? You can't blame the next person for your mess ups and your hiccups. Oh, it's because of them, they distracted me, or oh, they tempted me, and this and this and that, right? You know, nothing against, specific people, but like a lot of times, like in certain other countries, right, they got women who cover their whole body up so that men aren't tempted by them. But yo, that's crazy to me, because in the end of the day, where's the responsibility for the men? You know, women could walk around butt naked, you know, everything swinging around, jiggling around, all that, right? And in the end, if I'm a righteous man, if I'm strong in my faith, and I'm strong in what I believe in, my integrity and all that, that even shouldn't matter. I should still be able to walk by these women, be around these women without having lustful desires or whatever, or acting upon these lustful desires, because I am a human being, and certain thoughts and temptations might creep into my mind, but I should be strong in what I believe. It shouldn't be up to them. They shouldn't be able to entice me. You know what I'm saying? And if they are, then that calls into question, where's my faith? Where's my understanding? Where's my belief? You know what I'm saying? Like, they shouldn't have to pay for that. They shouldn't have to walk around all covered up. Because in the end, then how how strong does that make me, right? Like like if all the temptations of the world were just put into a box or covered up or stuffed under the bed or pushed under the rug or something like that, right? Then where's the strength? Where's the dignity and or the accomplishment in resisting these temptations that you can't even see, that you just hid? Where is all that? You did? Like, I don't understand how we even justify certain things like that. So a lot of times we got certain people who talk about, oh, you know, things going on in our society. Certain people might not be okay with certain lifestyles that other people live or whatever. And they talk about, oh, this is happening, this is going to corrupt our children, or it corrupts this or that, right? But in the end, though, what are you teaching the children that is contrary to what that is. Like, how strong are you as a teacher or as a parent or as a as somebody who's providing a certain type of information? How strong are you that you can't counter that, right? You can't get in your kid's head better than the streets can. You know what I'm saying? And if you can't, then maybe you should restart rethinking ways on how you do things instead of trying to control the world and how they do things, right? Because if each one of us make ourselves better, then guess what? The world becomes better. If I become better, you become better, he become better, the neighbors become better, she become better, they become better. Everybody's better, then the world is better. It's better. If not everywhere, at least in them spots where them people are better, the world is better right there. You dig? And that's what I'm saying. Like, yo, I know this video is very, very, very long. And I know a lot of people probably tuned out by now. And I'm sorry. I thought this sunrise was going to be much sooner. And I think it's because there's a cloud right there. Because I see how, wow, it's so bright. Actually, it's very bright. Just right in that cloud area. And I think the sun did come up. But it's like hidden behind these clouds right here. And I apologize because it is a very cloudy morning in some aspects. Man, that is bright. I just can't see. And I feel like I've been here long enough, right? I've been here, wow, over 40 minutes. And we still haven't seen it. And I feel like I don't want to, like, stop right now because it's been so long. So y'all could tune out if y'all want to, right? And I'm going to just keep standing here, at least to catch a glimmer or glimpse of this thing coming up, right? And y'all ain't got to stay with me. It do look tight bright though. You know what I mean? Yeah, y'all ain't got to stay here if y'all ain't want to. I mean, I took up enough of your time. I took up very, very much of your time, actually. But whoever do stay, I love y'all. You know what I'm saying? Thank you. Thank you for keeping me company, you know, through this very, very long one. Man, I should have bought the tripod, right? Because my arm look, see, this is a test of my will. This is a test of my determination and my discipline right now. I remember one time, a long time back, man, I went to this Damian Marley and Nas concert, right? Oh, it was awesome. It was out in Atlantic City. And there was this dude on stage, man. He was swinging the Jamaican flag. I believe it might have even been the Rastafarian flag or whatever. But yo, son was swinging his joint the whole time. And yo, this flag was big. It was on like a big pole, right? Like this big, long. It looked like it had some weight to it. Like it was the flag was probably the size of a human being. That's how big it was. And it was like on this pole. And yo, I swear to you, like on everything I love, this dude swung that flag the entire time of the concert. And the concert was well over an hour long. Like it was at least like an hour and a half long. You know what I'm saying? Maybe even longer. They sang every song they had together, like through this concert. And this dude swung that flag the whole time. I know his arms was killing him. I remember thinking about that in a moment. Yo, it is bright. Yeah, I think it's about to, like, we about to see it beyond the cloud. Like, I have my glasses on right now, and it's still bright. I still could barely see through the brightness. I feel like it's coming. Ooh, I think it's there. I don't want to miss my eyesight. Yeah, man, I feel dude's pain right now. And yo, I got this little phone, this little iPhone that I'm just holding up. Son had that flag, yo, and he was swinging that joint, and I know that joint was heavy. I know it had some weight to it, man, because it wasn't little. And he just swung that joint the whole time. And he wasn't like crazy brolic either. He wasn't like he didn't look like he was weak, but he wasn't no big bodybuilder. He wasn't no Mr. Universe swinging that joint. You know what I mean? That took some real, for him, took some real arm strength and just straight up will. Yeah, homie. You know, I know you probably will never see this video, but yo, I commend you, fam. Whoever you are, Jamaican Rastaman, I commend you for holding that flag the way you did. And if you can hold that flag, then I can hold this iPhone until this sun comes up over this horizon. Wow, that's bright. I'm gonna make a painting one day. Yes, I'm an artist. For y'all, for those of y'all who don't know, I am an artist. I'm not like no Leonardo da Vinci. I'm a modern artist, you know, more kind of like graffiti style, but not even just that though. Like I'm more like, I don't know. I just say modern. I'm a modern artist, and I have an idea of something I want to do with the sunrise. One day I want to make a piece with the sunrise in my own original way. I have this all vision out in my mind and it looks so dope. And this is gonna be something that's gonna be available to people one day, at least to see. You know what I mean? Yeah, okay. Now I'm seeing the actual sun. I don't know if y'all can, but I am seeing it through the clouds, peeking his eyes through. Horus peeking his eye through. Haru. Yeah. Yeah, I see it. Yeah, this is what I've been waiting for. See, this is like, ooh, yeah, it's like waiting on your green sheet, you know what I mean? And you got that okay to go home. It's right there, like, ooh, I see you. Yes, I see you, Haru. Yo, I see it. It's like a sphere. I don't know if y'all do, but I do. Ooh, man. It's so dope. Like, it's like I waited all this time. Now it's just coming up. It's coming up so quickly, right? Like a baby being born. You wait all that time, and then when it start to come, that just slip right out. Bloop. I'm here. There we go. There it goes. Creeping through the clouds. That's my man's. That's that dude right there. That's that dude right there that look out for us, right? And he give us all this energy and feed us and stuff. I'm not saying that's God, piece of God, but I'm saying that that's the tool right there. That's the spoon that God feeds us with. That's it right there. Yeah, boy. There's too many clouds to actually see through. Right? We came up. It came up. So I'm gonna end this right here because it's a very, very long video. I'm gonna end this right here. I love y'all. I love y'all. It's your boy, A.E.P, the Money Professor. And I'm out, homie. Peace.